Long enough to cover the subject and short enough to keep it interesting. Welcome to Out of My League. I'm Nick Diaz. It's a quarterback world and we're all just living in it. In a surprising, yet not really shocking, in my opinion, turn of events, Ed Orgeron yesterday said that Max Johnson got starting reps in LSU's first spring practice over Myles Brennan. Does this mean Myles Brennan is 100% not going to be the starter against UCLA? No. Doesn't mean shit about week 1 against UCLA. I think it means exactly what Coach O said it means. He gave a perfect explanation.
That was my call. Well, I know this, Glenn. There's one quarterback that's 2-0 on campus here, and that's him. And I got to give it to Myles now. Myles played good. Myles played good enough to win. There's no question about that. TJ against South Carolina had a tremendous game. Garrett is very capable, so there's no favorite here. I just thought that Max won the last 2 games, so to keep the continuity, let him take the first snap. Myles and those guys have been alternating behind him, but the competition is open and the best man is going to win.
And I buy that reasoning, and I have no problem with that reasoning. None whatsoever. Myles only started 3 games. He was 1-2, and while he played well, there was really nothing in those 3 games that made me think Myles Brennan is not capable of being the starting quarterback at LSU. However, all offseason long, Coach O kept on saying,
I'm going to tell you now, during the fourth quarter, Myles graded elite like 3 or 4 times. And so he has worked very hard. He has a great attitude. He's competitive. Let's see what happens.
Myles Brennan is the leader of the team. Myles Brennan graded higher than almost anyone in the fourth quarter program. Myles Brennan this, Myles Brennan that. And all of that may be true. But you know how guys will often say, I want a girl that I can have an intelligent conversation with. Looks aren't everything. And then on Friday night with the guys, they go to Hooters. Or girls, they'll say, it's all about confidence. I want a guy who's got great personality. Looks aren't everything. And yet, every year, the calendars with the firemen on them are sold out and off the shelves. Someone's buying them. You should believe guys and girls when they say that they are attracted to personality and intelligence. That doesn't mean the other things can't be true. And while you should believe Coach O when he says Myles Brennan is the leader of the team and he's a great quarterback, I also think he believes Max Johnson is maybe the better quarterback. And in my observation, I think Max Johnson is. And coming off of a 5-5 season, you don't play favorites. You play the best players. However, here's the downside of starting Max Johnson. If you start Max Johnson, then come September, you will have one true freshman quarterback in Garrett Nussmeier as your lone backup QB. That's it. Because Myles Brennan and Finley are getting the hell out of Dodge to go play somewhere else. If Myles Brennan starts, then probably only TJ Finley will transfer. And you'll have 2 backup quarterbacks. Because Max Johnson will be like, I'll stick around another year and be the starter in 22. Hell, screw it. And maybe Myles Brennan will get hurt again and I'll get more playing time. So that's that. I also think that the starter will depend on the offensive line's improvement to pass protect. Because if they don't, 1, fire James Craig because you don't get to have your entire starting offensive line back and still have problems in pass protection. 2, you probably play Max Johnson because he can run and avoid the pass rusher a lot better than Myles Brennan can. So, if you're Coach O, what do? Do you play the best guy no matter what? Do you play the guy that's better for the program so other QBs don't transfer? Or is it more complex of a decision where you take all of those things into account, you meet somewhere in the middle, and maybe you play the guy that fits with the personnel and skill set of your offense? Leave a comment below. Tell me what you do. Thanks for listening to Out of My League. If you like what you heard, be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or follow me on Twitter and Facebook in the description link below.